Welcome to another deep dive, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Ada Lovelace.
Ada Lovelace.
A woman who saw the future of computing way before anybody else. Really just an incredible visionary. And
Absolutely.
it's the 1800s in England.
Yeah.
And she's not only like going toe to toe with some of the greatest minds in science at the time, but she's also just conceiving of this world that's transformed by technology.
Yeah.
It's really remarkable.
And what's really interesting to me is just to think about her upbringing.
Huh?
You know, like picture this, her father's Lord Byron, this like,
Oh, wow.
Celebrity poet and like
Well, yeah.
dramatic figure.
A little out there for some.
Yeah, a little too dramatic for some. But her mother,
Yeah.
a brilliant mathematician.
Wow.
So you've got this really unique
Right.
dynamic.
Instead of like the typical music lessons.
Right.
Embroidery, all that kind of stuff that girls would have been doing at that time.
Yeah.
She's got like numbers and science surrounding her.
It's all numbers and scientific inquiry.
It's incredible.
And her mother really actively steered her away from like what was considered typical for girls at the time.
Wow.
It's almost as if she was, consciously trying to instill like a different kind of thinking in Ada.
Wow.
This more analytical, structured approach.
Mm-hmm.
And that foundation in logic and reasoning, I think, was really critical to Ada's later breakthroughs.
Yeah, it set the stage for her to challenge conventions.
Absolutely.
And really embrace a field that was just completely uncharted.
Yeah.
For women at the time.
Uncharted territory.
And speaking of uncharted territory, let's talk about Charles Babbage
Yeah.
and his analytical engine.
Yeah. So you've got this.
This massive clanking machine designed to, perform calculations.
Yeah.
Essentially an early mechanical computer.
Yeah.
But most people just saw it as a glorified calculator. But Ada,
She saw something much bigger.
she saw something way bigger.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it? What did she see?
So she saw beyond like the mechanics of it,
Okay.
and she envisioned a machine that could process not just numbers,
Okay.
but symbols, sounds, even art.
Wow. This is revolutionary.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
This is the 1800s. We're talking like
Yeah.
decades before the first electronic computers.
Right.
It's mind-blowing that she even grasped the concept of a machine
Yeah.
that could do all of that.
I know.
Manipulate different kinds of information.
It's really incredible.
The very foundation of modern computing.
It really is.
This is incredible.
And that's what makes Ada's insight so remarkable.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a vague idea either.
Yep.
She actually wrote what we now recognize as the first computer algorithm.
Wow.
Specifically designed to be executed by Babbage's analytical engine.
So she wasn't just theorizing.
No?
She was putting it into practice.
Yeah, she was translating that vision into concrete instructions.
Okay, this algorithm.
Yeah.
Explain this to me like I'm 5.
Okay.
Because this sounds like a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
So imagine a recipe, right?
Okay.
An algorithm is essentially a step-by-step set of instructions
Okay.
that tells a machine exactly what to do and in what order.
Got it.
So what Ada did was write the first recipe, if you will,
Okay.
for a machine to solve a complex problem.
And this is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Okay, it's groundbreaking stuff.
So while Babbage was busy building the machine,
Right.
Ada was figuring out how to unlock its true potential.
Exactly.
She saw beyond just crunching numbers.
Yeah.
She saw a machine that could process and manipulate information in all sorts of ways.
Right.
Which is essentially what computers do today.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's incredible.
And what's even more fascinating is that her algorithm contained concepts like looping and conditional statements.
Now, those sound very technical.
Yeah.
Break those down for me. Okay, so think of a loop as telling the machine to repeat a set of instructions multiple times.
Gotcha.
And a conditional statement is like giving the machine the power to make decisions.
Okay.
So if this happens,
Yeah.
then do that.
Okay.
And these are fundamental building blocks of modern programming.
Yeah.
And Ada was already incorporating them back in the 1840s.
That's incredible.
It's amazing.
It's like she was writing the software
Yeah.
for a computer that didn't even exist yet.
Right.
It's like she was writing the software for a computer that didn't even exist yet.
Right.
Just incredible. Her vision was just so far ahead of its time.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious about the challenges she faced.
Mm.
Here she is, this woman in the 19th century, making these groundbreaking contributions to science and technology.
Right.
A field that was, dominated by men at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
It wasn't easy.
yeah. I imagine it couldn't have been.
No.
Yeah.
Sadly, Ada's work was largely overlooked during her lifetime. You know, societal norms simply didn't allow for a woman,
Right.
no matter how brilliant,
Right.
to receive full recognition.
In a scientific field.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a stark reminder of how limiting those societal norms were.
It really is.
And it makes her accomplishments even more impressive.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
It does.
That she persevered despite facing a system
Absolutely.
that was really stacked against her.
And it wasn't just societal barriers either.
Oh, okay.
Ada also struggled with health issues throughout her life.
Oh, wow.
But her passion and intellectual curiosity never wavered.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So this brings us to a crucial question for our listener.
Okay.
Why should we care about Ada Lovelace today? You know, her work was incredible. We've established that.
Yeah.
But it was also over a century ago.
Right.
So how does it connect to our lives now?
Well, think about the technology you use every single day.
Okay.
You know, smartphones, laptops, the internet complex software systems.
Right.
All of that.
Yeah.
Ada's vision is woven into the fabric of all of it.
Wow.
You know, every time you send a text message,
Okay.
stream a video, use a navigation app,
Right.
you're benefiting from the foundation that Ada Lovelace helped lay.
Wow. When you put it that way,
Yeah,
it really hits home.
it does.
You know, we often take this technology for granted,
We do.
but it's so important to remember the pioneers
It is.
who made it all possible.
Absolutely.
Um,
And Ada's work wasn't just about building machines.
okay.
It was about understanding the power of computing to solve problems and to push the boundaries of human creativity.
That's incredible.
She truly was a visionary who helped shape the future we live in today.
And it's inspiring to see that her legacy is finally being recognized.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we mentioned Ada Lovelace Day earlier,
Right.
Which is celebrated every October.
It's a great day.
It's a global celebration of women in STEM fields.
Yeah.
And, you know, encouraging more girls and women to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math.
That's right.
It's wonderful.
It's a wonderful way to honor her contributions and to inspire the next generation of innovators.
For sure.
And it speaks to a key takeaway from Ada's story, which is her unwavering belief in her own abilities. You know, she didn't let societal expectations limit her thinking.
Yeah.
She dared to ask, what if?
Yeah.
And to pursue those questions with incredible passion and intellectual rigor.
That's powerful.
Yeah. That's a powerful lesson for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
It's about challenging assumptions, pushing boundaries, and never being afraid to explore new ideas,
Right.
no matter how unconventional they may seem. You know, Ada Lovelace's story reminds us that innovation often begins with someone daring to see beyond the limitations of their time.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It really makes you think, you know, what other groundbreaking contributions might have been lost to history just because of societal barriers or lack of recognition.
It's sad to think about.
You know, it makes you appreciate the importance of
Yeah.
not just making those contributors, but also celebrating them,
Absolutely.
you know, amplifying those voices
Amplifying them.
that might otherwise go unheard.
That's so important.
Yeah.
And that's why I think initiatives like Ada Lovelace Day are so important. You know, it's not just about remembering one remarkable woman.
Right.
It's about creating a culture where everyone,
Yeah.
regardless of gender or background, feels empowered
Right.
to pursue their passions in STEM fields.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to wrap things up then,
Okay.
what's the one key takeaway you hope our listener walks away with today?
I think it's this Ada Lovelace's legacy isn't just about computers.
Okay.
It's about the power of human imagination and the courage to pursue groundbreaking ideas. It's a reminder that innovation often starts with a spark of curiosity,
Yeah.
a willingness to see the world differently, and the audacity to dream big even when others might not understand.
That's beautifully said. So the next time you open your laptop, send a text or use any piece of technology, really.
Yeah.
Remember Ada Lovelace.
Remember Ada.
Remember her vision, her courage, and her unwavering belief in the power of human ingenuity to shape the future.
And ask yourself, what boundaries will you push?
Yeah.
What world will you help create?
That's a great question, a great note to end on.
It is inspiring.
Ada Lovelace's story is a powerful reminder that we all have the potential to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's up to each of us to embrace that potential.
I agree.
And to create a future that is as innovative and inspiring as she imagined it to be.
Well said.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the extraordinary life and legacy of Ada Lovelace.
It was a pleasure.
We hope you found it as illuminating and inspiring as we did.